Most of us are one good deal away from finally replacing that worn-out rug, fixing up the backyard, or getting the bedroom we actually want. Good news, that deal's almost here. Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You know what's wild? Most people are still overpaying for car insurance just because it's a pain to switch. That's why there's Jerry. Jerry's the only app that compares rates from over 50 insurers in minutes and helps you switch fast with no spam calls or hidden fees. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Before you renew your car insurance policy, do yourself a favor. Download the Jerry app or head to jerry.ai/Libsyn. That's JERRY.ai/LIBSYN.
Your life is already talking to you. What has life been trying to tell you, to show you, but you've been too busy to notice? This is what we're going to talk about today, because we spend a great deal of our lives searching for answers. We ask other people for advice, we read books, we watch videos, we search online, hoping that someone somewhere has the answer that we've been looking for. Yet one of the greatest discoveries I have made over the past few decades as a life mentor is that life is already responding to all of us all the time. It is constantly giving us information. The question is not whether life is speaking. The question is whether we know how to listen. Life rarely speaks in words. It speaks through interactive experiences, through patterns, through timing, through the people we meet, through the opportunities that appear, and sometimes through the opportunities that disappear. It also speaks through us, through our body, through our emotions, through our thoughts and beliefs, through the choices that we make and the results we create. Once you begin to recognize that language, you stop feeling as though life is happening to you. Instead, you begin to understand that life is showing you, guiding you all the time. This is why self-awareness is so important. It is not about analyzing yourself endlessly. It is about becoming aware enough to notice the feedback that life is giving you. Over the past few years, I've put together a methodology that brings all of our bits together, if you like. It stands for BEMA. It stands for body, emotions, mind, belief system, and accountability to action. I often describe these 4 dimensions through what we experience in life. They are also the 4 places where communication with life takes place. Let me show you what I mean. Sometimes the first messenger is your body. We pick up things immediately in our body. But suddenly, for example, you cannot sleep. Suddenly you're anxious. Suddenly you're elated. Suddenly you develop headaches. Suddenly your shoulders become stiff, or your neck, or you feel exhausted even after resting. Your body is not working against you. It is asking you to pay attention. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent. Long before the conscious mind accepts something is wrong, our body knows. It picks it up first. It reflects the life and the lifestyle we are living. The second messenger is your emotions. Many people think difficult emotions are a problem and must get rid of them as quickly as possible. I see them differently. Emotions are information. You're reacting to something. That means it matters to you. They reveal what you have not yet healed, integrated, or even where it belongs in your life. When the same emotional reaction keeps returning, it is worth becoming curious about it rather than critical. What this emotion is trying to tell you is what you should be asking. Where does it need my attention? The third messenger is the mind. Our beliefs quietly shape what we experience in the world. 2 people may experience the same situation, but interpret it completely differently because they are looking through a different lens, through a different belief system. Sometimes life keeps presenting us with similar situations so that we can understand what is going on. Instead of questioning them, we question what are they showing us. Perhaps we believe that we are not good enough. Perhaps we believe success always comes with sacrifice. Perhaps we believe that we have to please others before we can choose ourselves. Until we become aware of our beliefs, these experiences will continue to repeat themselves. And the final part of BEMA is accountability to action. Life also speaks through the result or the outcome. If we continue making the same choices, we're likely to get the same outcome. That is not punishment, it is feedback. Every result tells a story about the choices that we've created as we go through these 4 dimensions of change. Sometimes we need new skill. Sometimes we simply need the courage to choose differently. When we become accountable, life begins to change because it becomes an interactive experience that we're participating in. One of the ways that communication gets lost is through repetition. Have you ever noticed that the same type of relationship, for example, keeps appearing? The same challenges follow you whatever job you choose or partner you choose. Or you find yourself asking the same questions over the years. This is rarely a coincidence. Patterns are invitations to become more aware. Until we understand what a pattern is teaching us, it will keep repeating itself. This is the one reason I've been always fascinated by dreams. Over the years, I've worked with dreams because I see them as a different type of language of life. Dreams don't predict the future as many people imagine. Well, not only predict the future as many people might imagine. Often they reveal our subconscious language, what is beneath our conscious awareness. They highlight fears we have not acknowledged, possibilities we have overlooked or yearned for, or parts of ourselves that are asking to be recognized. When we begin to work with our dreams instead of dismissing them, we discover that our unconscious mind has been trying to help us all along, because your brain is always working. Even when you're asleep, it's trying to find the answers. Life also speaks through rhythm and through symbols. Very often, these symbols may appear in our dream. Very often, they may appear as repeated numbers or repeated signs that you keep seeing or noticing, or they keep popping up, if you like, as you get along with your day. You may read a sentence that seems the answer to a question you've been asking yourself. I'm not suggesting that every coincidence has the same meaning. What matters is not the symbol itself. What matters is your relationship to your environment. Are you aware of other things that exist in your view? What do these signs awaken within you? What do you notice when you notice them? What conversations do you begin to have inside your mind? Nature also reminds us that it has its own rhythm. We live in cycles. We grow, we pause, we begin again. No season lasts forever. Spring doesn't apologize before it arrives. Autumn doesn't resist letting go. Winter doesn't worry because everything looks still. Nature trusts its timing. Perhaps we should feel less anxious if we remember that our own life also mirror these cycles and seasons. There are seasons for learning. There are seasons for building, for waiting. There are seasons of letting go, seasons of beginning again. The moon reminds us of this as well. Every month it changes, it expands, it retreats, it disappears before it appears in view again. Yet we never assume that it has stopped existing because we cannot see it. Sometimes our own progress is like that. Just because we cannot see immediate results doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Some of the most important changes take place beneath the surface. One of the hardest messages life gives us is through closed doors. Most of us have experienced moments when something we desperately wanted simply did not happen. A relationship ended, a job disappeared, a plan fell through. At times, it often feels like failure. Looking back, though, I can tell you it is not rejection nor failure. Not because life was punishing you, but because you have outgrown something that you're no longer aligned with, but you didn't notice. Very often, clarity arrives after the experience, not before. That is why trust becomes so important. Not blind optimism, not pretending everything happens for a reason, but trusting that even the difficult experiences can teach us something valuable because we are willing to reflect on them. Awareness changes the questions we ask. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We begin to ask, what is it showing me? Instead of asking, how can I make this stop? We can ask, what is it that I'm not learning from this? Those are very different conversations. And very often they lead us to very different lives. The more aware we become, the less need we have to repeat a lesson. We notice sooner, we adjust sooner, we grow sooner, or become wiser sooner. The more life continues speaking to us, the better listeners we become. That is why self-awareness is very important. It is not about becoming someone else or changing who you are. It is about learning to understand yourself more deeply. Because when you understand yourself, you begin to understand your life differently. So let me leave you with this question. We started with what life is trying to show you, but you've been too busy to notice. Perhaps the answer is already there, not somewhere outside of you, but quietly waiting within your own experience. Thank you for being with me today. If this conversation resonated and you'd like to explore more ideas, please subscribe to this channel. Also, check out my Unbox a Brighter Future course. It introduces you to the foundation of BEMA and how you can develop it further. It's a video course that you can take at your own pace and follow through, and also there are live interactive sessions, recordings that you can watch and learn even further. Take care, and I'll see you next week.